Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for attending today's lesson. Today's lesson is called the Unique Selling Proposition. And the reason I get the name Unique Selling Proposition is because when I market to homeowners in foreclosure, I want to be the investor that they choose to work with. And so what I learned how to do is I learned how to put together a great program that's hard for them to refuse. Okay, first of all, it's based on the fact that I know 80% of the homeowners that are facing foreclosure want to keep their home. So it's based upon that. And I have, let's see, I have nine areas that I focus on when I'm talking to the homeowners in foreclosure, or even when I'm at their home, sitting and talking to them personally. So what I want to do is go ahead and get this started, and I think you guys will enjoy it, okay? It should help you in your business to generate more business for you, plus generate more leads. I start out with the introduction, okay, and the introduction of myself, and then I go into something called the 5 questions, the 6 testimonials. I have 5 solutions. I tell them about how I lost my home. I have a website, and I paid $42,000 for a guy in Las Vegas to keep his home who's in foreclosure. I work with homeowners all across the United States, Arizona, Florida, California, Illinois, New York, and Nevada. And I've been doing this. I've been helping homeowners in foreclosure keep their homes since 1999. Guys, that's 11 years I've been doing this business. And when I meet homeowners, I tell them that. And I want them to know I'm just not some guy that just got out of a seminar that's only been around the block a few times. I've got some real experience, some real-world experience that can help you keep your home. I have some real-world experience. I've got a lot of knowledge in this field. So I tell them all that because I want them to understand I'm the guy I want them to work with. Here's the way I introduce myself. I simply say, hey, my name is Terry Bontemps. If I'm knocking on the door and a homeowner comes to the door, I'll say, hey, my name is Terry Bontemps. I'm a certified foreclosure specialist. My company has a program that can possibly help you keep your home. I noticed that your house is in foreclosure. Do you need my help? And if you guys have seen my picture, I'm kind of like a big guy, but I really break down to a soft mode right here. Do you need my help? And I let them answer. Now, again, my mentor told me to knock on doors, and that's what I do. I knock on doors. So I'm expecting a homeowner to come to the door, and I introduce myself. So that's a little bit of how I introduce myself, and I tell you what, I've been invited more homes because of this pitch that I use. I usually sit down, and at some point I start to ask them some main questions. I need to ask you some questions, okay? And I ask them a question, hey, how much do you owe? What is your house worth? Does it need any repairs? What do you want to do with your house? I ask them, what do you want to do? And I let them tell me, okay? And then for some of my students that are just starting with me, I give them this option. I let them know that, hey, if you tell the homeowner, hey, do you have 5 minutes that I can call my financial partner? And if they say yes, guess who they're going to call? Guess who their financial partner is? That's right, it's me. They call me, and I talk to the homeowner. I walk them through the process, okay? And if you guys are in my training course, I'd like for you to go to the foreclosure flow chart, and you will see me walk through this whole process with the homeowner, and you'll see they'll love what I'm saying, and they'll want to join my program. That's called the foreclosure flow chart. You have it in a written form, and you have it in an audio form also. So, again, this is really crucial for beginning students. I tell them all you need to do is do 2 things. All you need to do is learn how to introduce yourself, ask 5 questions, and when you get here, turn it over to me. That's the kind of mentor I am. I want to see successful. I tell the homeowner I have 6 testimonial letters, and I've got the most powerful testimonial letters that you will ever see in your whole life. Let me just read this one for you. It says here, thank you, Terry, for being kind during this most difficult time in my life. And, it's a difficult time in your life, okay? Have you ever gone through a difficult time? It is difficult. I have. I lost my house. It is difficult. It was a relief to receive a phone call from a person that took the time to listen and furthermore to even extend empathy to my children and me. You work with me has made a world of difference. Thank you for all that you have done. Now I'm going to go back and really hit the key words that I think really get to homeowners that I'm working with. It says here, let's see, I was kind. Okay. I took the time to listen. And I extended empathy to them, okay? Working with them has made a world of difference, okay? And that's from a homeowner in foreclosure that I work with. So, again, my testimonies are very powerful, and I don't think there's any other investor on the face of this earth that has the strong testimonials that I have that can convince a homeowner that I'm the person they should be working with. Okay, and I tell them I have 5 solutions. I got 5 solutions that can help you. And they are sell, refinance, loan modification, a deed in lieu of foreclosure, and a short sale. Well, they say, Terry, look, in this economy, you can't sell and you can't refinance. I understand it. That, again, is a bad market. Okay? Now, what if we're in a good market? You think those are possible? Yes, you guys. So you got to realize which market you're dealing in. I'm giving you 2 case studies. One for a good market and the other one's for a bad market. You got to understand, in order to be an expert, you got to know exactly what you're doing here. You can do a loan modification is what I tell the homeowner. Guys, and I tell them, you know what? You can do a deed in lieu of foreclosure and you can do a short sale. Does any of these help the homeowner keep their house? No, they don't. You know what they tell me? Says, Terry, I thought you could help me keep my home. I says, I can't. But I'm just telling you some of the things that is possible for you. And at that point, they go, you know what? I don't like any of those because what? I want to keep my house. And I've hooked them. I tell them that I've lost my house to foreclosure. Here it says the president. I am the president. If you're in my training program, you can be the vice president. Okay? You can be CEO if you want. It doesn't matter. Okay? We're a company. I'm the president, you're the CEO. So you can say, hey, the president lost his house to foreclosure. You know, he was devastated. And I'm going to tell the story from my perspective. I was devastated going through this process. And I don't want anybody to go through it because it's painful. A lot of hurt. I was depressed. I laid on the couch in a fetal position and cried like a baby. I lost all kinds of weight going through this foreclosure. I felt that I had let my family down. And that's just the pressures that come upon you when you lose something that consider so valuable and something you work so hard for. It was the American dream. I was scared. And I let them know, hey, you know what? I understand what you're going through because I've gone through it myself. Not many of my competitors have gone through it like I have. And I'm telling them, hey, my competitors don't have to go through it to understand, but I know what you're going through. I know what your family's going through. I tell them, hey, you know what? I have a website. It's www.wehelpyoukeepyourhome.com. This is used mainly for someone that's received my direct mail packages. Maybe they don't feel like calling and talk directly to me right now. What they will do, they will go to the website, check it out, look at my testimonials, look at the words, and then fill it, see if I'm the guy that they really want to work with. Just another vehicle. I do have, again, a person I work with in Las Vegas. This guy was recently divorced. He was dealing with family law court. He was $42,000 behind his mortgage. And I tell him, you know what? I made that payment. I did. I paid $42,000 for this guy to keep his house. He was $6,000 behind on the second mortgage. I bought this. I don't tell him that, but I did. I bought this to get into the deal. Okay? He had an IRS wage garnishment he was dealing with. He had an unreliable automobile to get to work. His house needed repairs. He had no equity in his home. He couldn't pay a realtor to sell his home. This guy right here, I was able to help him keep his home. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I helped him keep his home. With all this going on in his life, I helped him keep his home. There's a check, okay, for the $42,000. And then you know what, ladies and gentlemen? He didn't make the payments. So I had to pay another $18,000. Woo! That was a big lesson for me. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you, the only reason I paid this $18,000, and the only reason I paid this is because I had to secure my investment. But I don't tell the homeowner that. I tell the homeowner, look, I paid this $42,000 for him to keep his home. Okay? Now, I'll tell you guys a story about this a little bit later. I also spent $4,300. I don't tell the homeowner this. I bought $4,300 to buy that second note. I ended up putting $1,800 in attorney's fees. I'll tell that story a little bit later. I also took $4,400 of my own money to fix the house up. Now, the reason I put $4,400 in to fix it up is because he wasn't making his payments to me. Okay? And I told him, I said, look, the only way you keep your home is if you make your payments. He decided he wasn't going to make the payments, you guys. So I had to go in there and fix the house up and get it sold because right after I got it sold, the market tanked. Whew, was that good timing on my part. So I'm just letting you know what's going on with this property. Again, I show the pictures. You guys have probably already seen them. I show these pictures to homeowners also. Hey, look at that property. It had a lot of work that needs to be done to it. I did some of the work with some of his friends. That's what the property looks like. Guys, I paid over $70,000 for this guy to keep his home. Do you know of any other investor that would pay that amount of money to help a person keep their home? That's I mean, you know it. You got to admit it. That's pretty impressive, okay? And would I do it again? I I've already mentioned it before. Yes, I would. I would do it again. I mean, that property right there changed me. I've helped a lot of homeowners keep their home, but this guy right here, he was the most unique. He is the one I modeled, the We Help You Keep Your Home program after. Now, there's a lot of people that say, a lot of investors say, we can help you keep your home. But ladies and gentlemen, is this proof in the pudding right here? That's $70,000? That's proof in the pudding. Okay? Again, I met a friend that changed both of our lives. It was a very, very unique situation that we had went through. There was a lot of emotional moments where we both probably went to tears because of what has happened. Again, these are advanced foreclosure strategies, guys. Make no doubt about it. If you're just starting out and you're intermediate, this deal right here, well, definitely you will lose money, and it will cause you a lot of heartache. But I've been through a lot as an investor. I've been through so much, and that's why I'm such a skilled person at doing what I do. This is my own customized program that I developed from doing years and years and years of doing real estate. So it's an advanced foreclosure strategies that I've been using for the last 11 years as a real estate investor.